there is definitely something going on within the locker room, the front office. Something is off, man. This is the third situation in one game we have had involving Caitlin Clark and the coaching staff and pretty much another player. And it looked like Caitlin Clark definitely had a situation take place where she had a heated exchange with two assistant coaches on the...
The locker room door slammed shut so hard it seemed like the entire building felt it. Inside, voices clashed as emotions reached a boiling point. Tension filled the room, sharp and electric, creating an atmosphere that felt ready to explode at any second. In the middle of it all, the Indiana Fever season appeared to be heading toward a moment no one saw coming. Caitlin Clark had reached her limit, while Stephanie White was suddenly forced to deal with the fallout from months of controversial decisions. Everything had been building toward this one explosive confrontation, and now there was no turning back.
Look, Caitlin Clark and Stephanie White clearly like and respect one another, right? But that doesn't mean they always see eye to eye. And I am beginning to suspect more and more that there's a bit of a divide between the way that they see the game and the way that they think the Indiana Fever should.
The drama inside that locker room didn't stay behind closed doors for long. Word spread quickly, sending shockwaves through the basketball world and leaving fans wondering if the WNBA's biggest star was truly ready to pack her bags and walk away from Indiana for good.
And Clark, you need to go up to their front office, demand Stephanie White to be fired, removed.
They want the front office to pick between Caitlin Clark and Stephanie White, man.
It was only a matter of time, bro, that Caitlin Clark was going to obviously have words with Stephanie White.
Caitlin Clark needs to get the hell out of Indiana.
I think this is one of those things where it might be a turn.
But make no mistake, this wasn't caused by one bad game or a simple substitution decision. It was the result of months of growing frustration, questionable handling of elite talent, and a generational superstar feeling increasingly unsupported. Instead of feeling like her coach was helping her reach the next level, the situation had reportedly created the impression that the very person meant to guide her success could be standing in her way.
In this footage right here, this is Caitlin Clark pretty much ignoring the Indiana Fever assistant coaches. She don't want to hear nothing y'all gotta say. She ain't here for none of the drama, none of the BS. It's over with. Guys, check this out. Right here, Austin Kelly, like, okay, whatever. Like, bro, like, y'all really think, like, bro, I don't know what this conversation was about, but clearly here, there's a situation at hand. Caitlin Clark is pissed. She don't want to hear nothing y'all got.
Clark's stare alone seemed powerful enough to burn straight through the walls. This was the player who helped transform the Fever from an overlooked franchise into one of the biggest attractions in basketball, yet the system around her appeared unwilling to fully maximize her talent. The contrast was almost impossible to ignore. Indiana promoted Clark everywhere, using her name, highlights, and star power to draw massive attention to the team. But when the spotlight was at its brightest, she was sometimes left watching from the bench, creating a situation that felt almost impossible to understand. The whole scene became a bizarre spectacle, with the Fever looking less like a championship contender and more like the punchline of a basketball comedy.
We see any of this at Iowa? No, we didn't. We didn't see Caitlin Clark erupting on assistant coaches, having heated exchanges with Lisa Bluter. We didn't see this. Hell, she didn't even have a heated exchange with Christy Sides last year. I don't know what the hell is going on, but it's looking real spooky. And I'm telling y'all right now, this thing is heating up. Something is coming to a head because Caitlin Clark is now showing publicly she's pissed off. She's publicly showing it. She ain't in character no more. She's sick of it.
Fans aren't just quietly venting in private group chats anymore, they're making their frustration impossible to ignore. Scroll through social media during these games, and the reactions often read more like angry customer reviews than ordinary basketball criticism. Fans feel they paid premium prices to witness Clark's brilliance, not watch her potential get wasted by questionable decisions. And if this is what the Fever are offering, many are left wondering why they should keep investing their time, money, and emotions. When a franchise centerpiece appears to be pushed to the side, it stops feeling like a simple tactical mistake. To the fans who bought tickets, wore the jersey, and traveled to the arena just to see a generational talent light up the court, it can feel like a slap in
Word on the street is CC told Stephanie White to sit Kelsey Mitchell and Howard because they don't pass. Could be true. CC went to tie her shoe after passing to Howard on a play. LOL.
And it is clear that there is a philosophical rift.
And this is where you come in. If you're watching all of this unfold and feeling the same frustration as thousands of fed-up fans, hit that like button and type "Free Caitlin" in the comments right now. Let's make sure the message reaches the Indiana front office loud and clear, because fans deserve to be heard. At this point, this is bigger than simply venting frustration. It's about demanding that a generational talent gets the support, opportunity, and respect she deserves.
All for the veteran players. But at the end of the day, did we all forget that this is Caitlin's team? Like, did y'all just throw that whole situation out the window? Number 1 draft pick, rookie of the year, breaking all the damn records like they're scratch-offs? Bruh, what is we doing here, dog? I mean, Stevie Wonder could see that they tripping, man, at this point in time. I mean, I want to see the Caitlin we seen in Iowa. What happened to the Iowa CC? The greatness. I mean, bruh, we haven't seen the Logo 3 in a month.
Now, to understand how everything reached this breaking point, we have to rewind the tape and look back a few months. The tension began with a comment so controversial it almost sounded like it needed its own laugh track. During a basketball discussion last season, Stephanie White delivered a soundbite that quickly went viral for all the wrong reasons. She pointed out that the Mavericks played differently without Luka on the floor, describing how the ball moved, the offense flowed, and multiple players stepped up. Think about what that sounded like. To many fans, it came across as suggesting that the team could actually function better without its biggest superstar, the player who had carried them deep into the playoffs. And that comment immediately raised eyebrows, especially among fans who believed a star like Luka should never be treated as the problem.
In that game that has been out since. And that puts a lot on the plate of players like Spencer Dinwiddie, who just came in, and Mike Marshall for the corner 3.
You see the man just playing differently without Luka on the floor. He's a guy who's high usage rate, the ball's in his hands. When he's not on the floor, that ball is moving, it's popping. Multiple players getting involved in action, and everyone's stepping up.
Okay, you can hear the excitement in her voice, talking about Luka not being in there. Oh, they're moving and they're popping and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, oh no. You hear that and you wonder, is she one of these coaches that doesn't believe in the transcendent?
That's like a bakery bragging that it sells more donuts after getting rid of its best baker. The idea was almost too absurd to believe. Fans immediately ripped it apart across social media, while analysts could only shake their heads. But White didn't back down. Instead, she doubled down on the philosophy, treating it like a championship winning strategy. No individual player should ever be bigger than the system. Now fast forward to Indiana, and that philosophy suddenly takes on a troubling new meaning. Replace Luka with Caitlin Clark. Replace Dallas with the Fever. Suddenly, the same formula appears to be playing out again, the superstar, the franchise centerpiece, and the undeniable ticket-selling sensation seemingly being treated as a problem instead of the solution.
Stephanie White, you deserve the Dodo Bird of the Day award.
And if they do not want to get a coaching, make a coaching change and bring in who she wants, that is going to cater to her style and build the team around her strengths, then she...
And this is where the real problem begins. Caitlin Clark isn't just another ball handler, she's a generational floor general with a vision to control the tempo, create opportunities, and make everyone around her better. But instead of fully building the offense around those strengths, Stephanie White appears committed to a system where no single player is given too much control. The result is an offense that can look disconnected, predictable, and completely out of rhythm. When Clark isn't given the freedom to take charge and run the show, the Fever lose the very engine that can make their offense dangerous. Her talent hasn't suddenly disappeared. The bigger question is whether she's being given enough freedom to use it.